Is fear the enemy of dreams, or can it actually be their unexpected ally? Consider this for a moment. We all dream, whether it's about personal success, love, adventure, or making a difference in the world. These dreams are the essence of who we are, the visions that fuel our ambition and guide our actions. Yet they are often accompanied by a shadowy companion: fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. This fear, it seems, is the antithesis of our dreams, the very roadblock that keeps us from achieving them. But let's take a step back and examine this relationship more closely. Fear and dreams, two seemingly opposing forces, intertwined in a dance as old as human consciousness itself. On one hand, we have dreams, those beautiful aspirations that ignite our passion and bring purpose to our lives. On the other hand, we have fear, a primal instinct designed to protect us from danger and harm. When we view fear through the lens of our dreams, it often appears as a villain, a dark force that stifles our ambition and keeps us firmly rooted in our comfort zones. However, this interpretation of fear might be a little too simplistic, a little too one-dimensional. What if there's more to fear than meets the eye? What if fear isn't the dream-destroying monster we've made it out to be? What if in its essence fear is simply a signal, a beacon illuminating the path towards our dreams? What if fear is not the enemy, but a guide, a compass, pointing us in the direction of what we truly desire and value? Yes, fear can be uncomfortable, even paralyzing at times, but maybe it's in this discomfort, in this tension between fear and dreams, where the magic truly happens. Maybe it's this very fear that pushes us out of our comfort zones, that drives us to take risks and venture into the unknown. So let's ponder this question once more. What if fear, instead of being your worst enemy, is your biggest motivator? What if the very thing you've been running from is the very thing that can catapult you towards your dreams? Picture a person with a dream so big it terrifies them. We'll call them Alex. Now, this dream of Alex isn't your everyday wish or fleeting thought. It's a vision, a grand vision that keeps them awake at night, a dream that seems larger than life itself. Alex's dream is to change the world, to bring about a revolution in the way we think, the way we live. It's a dream that's both exhilarating and terrifying. You see, the magnitude of this dream, its sheer scale, frightens Alex. The thought of failure, of ridicule, of falling short haunts them. They feel a pressure, a weight, a responsibility that comes with such a dream. It's a fear that gnaws at them, whispers doubts into their ears and makes them question their capabilities. The fear is so intense, so overwhelming that Alex contemplates giving up, burying this dream deep within and settling for less. After all, it's easier to live in the comfort of the known than to venture into the intimidating realm of the unknown. It's safer to stick to the familiar path than to tread on uncharted territory. But then, something incredible happens. In the midst of this fear, this turmoil, Alex begins to realize something. They begin to see that this fear, this paralyzing emotion, is not a sign of their inadequacy, but a testament to their dream's grandeur. They understand that this fear is not a signal to retreat, but a challenge to overcome. The fear that once seemed like a monstrous obstacle now appears as a motivating force. It's a fear that keeps them alert, keeps them on their toes, makes them strive for perfection. It's a fear that pushes them, prods them, forces them to stretch their limits, to reach for the stars. Could this fear, this terrifying emotion, actually be the push they need to chase their dream? Fear is a powerful emotion. It has the potential to paralyze, but it also has the potential to propel. To understand this, let's delve a little deeper into the psychology of fear. Fear, in its most basic form, is a survival mechanism. It's our body's response to perceived danger, designed to protect us from harm. But what happens when the danger is not a predator lurking in the shadows, but the possibility of failure or rejection? Well, that's when fear takes on a new role. It becomes a motivator, a driving force pushing us to overcome obstacles and chase our dreams. Think about it. Have you ever been so afraid of ending up with regrets that you decided to take a leap of faith? That's fear acting as fuel. The fear of regret is a powerful motivator because it's tied to our future self, our vision of who we want to become. It pushes us to take risks, to step out of our comfort zones and to seize opportunities that we might otherwise let slip away. This isn't just conjecture, it's backed by science. A study conducted by the University of Michigan found that people who reported a high fear of regret were more likely to take action and make changes in their lives. They were more likely to pursue their dreams. But here's the catch. Fear, like any fuel, needs to be harnessed correctly. Uncontrolled, it can lead to impulsive decisions and reckless behavior. But when used wisely, it can power our journey towards our dreams. It can make us resilient, determined and unstoppable. So the next time you feel fear creeping in, don't shy away from it. Embrace it. Use it to drive you forward, to push you to take action. Because in the end, it's not the absence of fear that makes us brave, but the decision to move forward despite it. Fear, when harnessed correctly, can be the fuel that drives us towards our dreams. The key lies not in eliminating fear, but in transforming it into action. Where does this transformation begin? It starts with the recognition that fear is not an enemy, but rather a companion on the journey towards our dreams. It is a signal, a reminder of the importance and significance of what we're pursuing. Acknowledge your fear, give it a name. Understand that it is merely a part of you, not the whole of you. Now let's reframe this fear. Instead of seeing it as an obstacle, view it as a challenge. Picture it as a mountain to be climbed, a river to be crossed, a puzzle to be solved. Every dream worth chasing has its challenges, and fear is one of them. Your fear is not a stop sign, it's a starting line. Next, use your fear as a motivator. Fear often stems from the unknown, from the vast abyss of what-ifs. But what if we turned those what-ifs around? What if instead of asking, what if I fail, we ask, what if I succeed? What if instead of asking, what if it's too hard, and we ask, what if it's exactly the challenge I need? Use your fear to fuel your determination, to ignite your passion, to bolster your resolve, and finally, act. Fear is a feeling, and feelings are not commands. They do not dictate our actions unless we let them. So choose to act despite your fear. Choose to chase your dream even when you're scared. Choose to step into the unknown, to embrace the challenge, to dare to succeed. Remember, every step taken in fear is a step towards courage, and every action taken in fear is an act of bravery. So transform your fear. Turn it into action. Use it to push you forward, to drive you towards your dreams, to make you stronger, braver, more determined. Fear, transformed into action, becomes courage, the very essence of dream chasing. Now let's return to our fearful dreamer. Picture this, a dreamer once trembling at the thought of their grand ambition, now standing tall with newfound resolve. The fear that once paralyzed them is now the very thing that propels them forward. You see, the dreamer realized that their fear was not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to the magnitude of their dream. They understood that to dream big is to risk big, and with risk comes fear. But instead of allowing the fear to hold them back, they chose to embrace it, to let it fuel them. Each day, they rose with a renewed sense of purpose, the echo of their dream ringing louder in their ears as they continued to confront their fear. They recognized fear for what it truly is, not a barrier but a beacon, a guiding light illuminating the path towards their dream. Every hurdle they overcame, every setback they faced, was a testament to their courage. They were not fearless, far from it, but they had mastered the art of turning fear into fuel, using it to stoke the fires of their ambition instead of letting it extinguish their dreams. Through the lens of fear, they saw their dream in sharp relief, clearer than ever before. It was no longer a distant possibility, but a tangible goal, a beacon of hope that shone brighter with each passing day. The dreamer was not without fear, but they had learned to dance with it. They recognized it as a part of their journey, a constant companion reminding them of the stakes, the importance of their dream. And so they pressed on, their fear a reminder of the greatness they were chasing, the dream they were daring to pursue. They moved with determination, with conviction, driven by the very fear they once shied away from. In the end, it was not in spite of their fear, but because of it that they were able to chase their dream.